now I'm going to do the curl for the where the jump ring's going to go in, and I'm going to put it right up here on my edge where I've already marked it, and I'm actually not moving the pliers, I'm pushing the metal with my left hand, and now I'm going to rotate it again because I'm going to end up lopsided, and I'm pushing once again. Now at this point I'm going to let it go to it's up to you. I like to have a little more meat on my curls. That's an odd sentence. If you said it out of context, no one would know what you're talking about. So to me that looks visually correct, so I'm going to leave it like that. Then I'm going to pull out my other round nose, and I'm going to put this curl in with this. Like I said, you want to have a bigger, beefier round shape to do this. Oops, wrong end there, girl. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way down the end. I'm putting the head in here. I want the whole thing rounded. I'm going to slide it down just to, it's off. See, it's off now. First it was up here. Now it's down here because I'm trying to continue the curl as far down as I can. Okay, so now we have that shape. Okay, now you can leave it like this if that's really, really curly. If you don't want to have it that curly, you can change it. And I've lost my pliers. Help, help. You can, if you've over curled or you don't like it, you can flatten that curl out with flat pliers. So I actually like that look a little better. Okay, now the last touch, and once again you can just leave it like this. You can actually just do this. This would be an adequate hook and eye. You could do it like this. The possibilities are endless. Whoops. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to flatten, and I'm going to try to flatten a little more up here just because that's how I visually like it, or I like it visually, something like that. Once again, flip, because you can see how this is getting wonky already. So if you flip it, it'll keep it from getting too out of shape. More out of shape it gets, more work you have to do. Why work hard? Work smart. Okay, let's see how that looks. That's pretty close to on center. Okay, so now it's way too open, obviously. I can go in here with my hammer again. I'll just hammer it down a little bit. If this gets a little out of shape and you're not thrilled with it, anneal it. Go back in with either round or your straight edge to adjust it. To me, this looks pretty darn good, and I'm going to call that Denny done, as my sister says. Now, you can also, at this point, if you want to match your pattern off. If I want it to look like this, I can go in and do the pattern on this also. Once again, if I had my optimizers on, I might actually be able to see where I'm hitting it. And you want to flip it, you want to do patterns on both sides. God, I am so far from perfect, it scares me. Hiya! Okay. Good enough. And now we have a finished hook and eye. Now this is a bigger hook and eye. You could use this for anything. I tend to make them at 5mm for my bracelets, but this I think would be a great necklace hook and eye, and I'm going to show you how to hook that up at this point to finish this off. This chain, by the way, is made with a similar process. If you can recognize the same shape there, instead of making this end, I just did the hook part on both sides. Smaller wire, shorter. Okay, I've got two big chunky jump rings here. These are what are they? I think they're 12 or 14. The 14 gauge. And I need two pliers, two flat pliers. We somehow left them in the soldering room. Okay, so I make a whole bunch of jump rings up and I store them in these boxes, and I write what they're for and the mandrel I use and the, probably can't read that, the gauge of the metal on there. So I always know how to reproduce those jump rings in case I'm in the middle of a project and I run out. Okay, so did you see what I did? I just slid my necklace onto the hook part, the eye part of my clasp. And I'm going to close this without optimizers. I'll go back and check that with my glasses on, with my magnifiers on later. If I don't have my glasses on, this wouldn't even look like a necklace. Okay, and then we're going to do my hook end. And one thing to consider, especially with bracelets, is which way is that hook facing? You want it, the hook facing up, or do you want the hook facing down? And a lot of times what I do is I'll try them both ways and see which way is more comfortable and easier to put the bracelet on. But since this is a necklace, that's moot. And voila, the finished piece. So once again, this is Nancy L.T. Hamilton. Thanks for coming to my studio, and I hope you enjoyed the video.